Let's see if this is working. Checking camera 1. I only have camera 1 today. Do we have audio coming through? Looks like we do. Alright, so hey, what's up? This is Dave. I am doing some virtual co-working today. I'm starting something new called Core Hours, which is the idea that from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. every day, that's my serious working time. And since I work by myself, there's no reason for me to have core hours. But I'm finding that what I'm wondering on this 30-day challenge is whether or not I'll find having a relative few number of core hours will help me prevent me feel like I'm being like trapped by work. It's already bad enough that I work by myself all the time. So if there's something I can do to lighten the mental burden of working by myself, then maybe this will work. It could be that I end up working far more than like what the core hours are, which would be ideal. But if I get this minimum done and I allow myself to be okay with the few number of hours, let's just see where that goes. Develop a little bit of discipline instead of developing like 100% discipline, which is, I don't know, the idea of it. Like my monkey brain doesn't want to do anything at all anyway. So let's try to see if I can sit through a 3-hour session of stuff. There's actually only 30 minutes left in this core, so I could extend it to maybe 2. So I can share like what I'm doing right now for the core hours. So right now, this is my desktop. That's interesting. I dropped the other camera. Oh, okay. Anyway, so that's right.
Opening net create.
There's something weird with the YouTube chat window. I'm not sure what's going on with it. All right, so let's see. I'm just opening up all my project files. I made a new Alfred workflow that opens all my files and things for me. So this is my accrual spreadsheet, which is where I keep all of my insights or, I guess useful nuggets that come to me. What's loading really slowly now? Probably because I'm streaming. This is streaming, right? We're not dropping frames. That's good. It's been a while since I've been doing the streaming thing. Anyway, I've been doing this core hours thing. This is a spreadsheet I have for it. I haven't written anything about this on my blog yet, but I probably will do that after the core hours are done. In the past, I would not have deferred it and started writing about it, but I guess even having the core hours in the first place, one takeaway from it is that at least I'm a little bit more aware of what I do when, which is maybe an important part of developing discipline. So, okay, here's my source code. Is this the right one? Yeah, this is net create. And also, this loaded up our Trello board of our to-do list or the project. Oops, crap, what did I just do? Did I move this from here? Actually, since I have this streaming, I can go back and see what I just did. Let's see if I can do that. I go back to the live dashboard. Can I back up and see if I moved a card or not? This is loading very slowly. I suspect my Mac is about to die. Alright, so let's see. Will this even work? Alright, so there's that. That's going on. So I was opening this. Oh, I did move it. I did move it. I did move it. So let's see. According to this, ACD should be over there. All right. So live streaming has already saved my butt. Although I suppose technically if I wasn't live streaming, maybe that wouldn't have happened. But that's supposed to be there. So I am doing this right now. I just wrote up this description. Investigate the use of message and data calls in autocomplete logic. It is 1:30.
Getting timesheet.
Getting timesheet. Did it get the timesheet? Let's just... This mic is sagging. All right, so where my timesheet is over here. And today is Wednesday. And actually did a little bit of work earlier. I did from 13, I did sort of repo reviews, check, write up task list. Next task list, or next of database tasks. Was about 15 minutes. 13:30. We're going to start finalize database. I have a name for this. What was the name of it? Let's see, over here. Here's my repo. I'm calling it database unity. Dev ds database unity. I should update the dev ds database unity. So the team knows what the hell I'm doing. I guess I don't really need this anymore, but I will eventually need that. And okay, so here in my dev log, look at the trail list. First task was to look at the database call, or the data related calls, I should say. This microphone keeps sagging. It's a little bit annoying. I guess it's not sagging. It's just me. Let's see, data related calls and autocomplete demo. And I guess let's just start by looking, what's the best way to do this? I guess I just find it in folder. Look for anything that's using udata. And so there's a list of stuff. Autocomplete logic, we have a bunch of calls. Why not start there? Let's move this over to this side. That's strange. How come this is not updating? I'm already distracted. Let me pop this chat box out. Yeah, it's just being rendered way too big, so the bottom isn't even showing. Doing some coding for the next 30 minutes. See if that even shows up in that window. Yeah, that's screwed up. I don't know what's going on with that. I'll add it to my to-do list of things to do, which will be here. That's not it. Let's see. Look, fix the OBS YouTube chat window. All right. Slowly getting stuff working. Meantime, how come that didn't go? Okay, that's better. And let's open up a terminal window. And I think we need to go this, npm unclean, npm ci. I don't think there's anything new. Why does it keep losing my NVM select? NVM use 10.5. That's strange. Why am I keep losing my NVM configuration? NVM, is there a list? Command, ls. Ls is kind of a dumb name for this. Now we're on 10.9? Oh, okay, right. NVM use 10.9. Maybe this is a homebrew thing. look into why NVM loses the version. Something is resetting. Alright, so anyway, PMCI. It should do anything. What's this doing? Running a bit slow. What is this? This error is also weird. 3dev build node FS events. FSE node is already installed. What is trying to install it? Anyway, look at that later. Let me copy this whole error message and put it up here. Look into, so these will be non-core hour things. In the past, I would have just looked into it, but let myself get sidetracked. So anyway, over here, we are looking for any use of these calls. So let's see, set app data. So what this is doing is there's this D3 data structure, which is essentially a list of nodes and edges. These are all commented out. Oh wait, no, they're not. These are the handlers. State change. Anything that's setting the app state. Where is this happening? Source select. I think I already started mapping this. Source select. Click handler to assign state selection. I guess I'll make a list of, no wait. So this current software here has a state and messaging system that I built called Unisys. The idea of Unisys is to provide some consistent way of handling common needs to have different modules talk to each other with data instead of having to establish a direct object link relationship. So it's a way of decoupling one from having direct dependencies in code. You know, in the past we would have never done this because it would just be too slow to do it, but these days computers are fast enough that you can do this, and it ends up being much easier to debug and to implement new features. At least that's what we're finding. At least that's what I'm telling myself. It seems to be better. And so, like, you know, I've written the code and like another developer is using it. There's only 2 of us on this, and so it's taken a while to get through and come up with what the best practices actually are. Something that works with our coding style and with the requirements of this project, which is a researcher-oriented software. Not polished software, but polished enough so they can run a trial. They can run a I don't know what the sciencey term is for it. So they can run a study, get this stuff in front of students well enough so they can observe what the students are doing, and then capture all the data with how they use the software so they can write up the report and submit it to whatever conferences or academic bodies are interested in such things. So it's interesting. It's a different mindset. You're not running super polished software. You're running software that you can evolve quickly. And so we've been doing this for about 4 years now, or I've been doing this for about 4 years now. And so I'm just starting to get the hang of the JavaScript aspect of it. JavaScript is, I essentially started using it in 2014. So anyway, so now I'm opinionated about how it works. I'm a little bit more familiar with it. I guess you could say I'm at the advanced intermediate stage, maybe, of expertise. At least that's what I'm thinking. I don't know everything about it, but I know enough now to have some sharp opinions about it. So what the thing I'm trying to crack right now is, like, there's all these states. There's not that many. There's the search, or what are these? State selection. There's a number of messages. And these are semantics that I might want to change too, because I'm not sure message really conveys what this is properly. Is this really called a message? Anyway, I don't want to get distracted. We have source select. I need a more compact way of doing this. Message, source select. Source search, source highlight, source update, edge update. Autocomplete select. I don't even, that is a weirdly defined. We have hooks, messages, and we have state. These are namespaces. Namespaces. And state change. So I should actually list what the data structure is. I guess this is it. Or unselected, really. Selection. So the state here, we have a nodes and edges. Nodes, edges. Use my little annotation shortcans. Generally has just one selection, so it's an array of one. Is edges the same way? Edges is equal to, what's this doing? It's filtering out anything that matches the node label. If that doesn't match the target label. I guess edges is the same thing. Why is it written like this? Alright, so it creates a new node. That's not a node. Yeah. I can't change any of this code because it's not mine yet. And I know it's being actively worked on, so bring that to the code. Well, I'll go do a code review pass of this at some point. So at state selection. So that sets this is called, and whenever source select. Called by source select. It's probably happening in more than one place. I guess one thing to do would be to, let's do a search for anything that is using source select. One nice thing about using this message-based approach is it makes it super easy to find who's calling these things. Whereas if you had a direct connection, there's slight naming variations involved with the properties they're using to hold the reference. Holding references is kind of a bad idea anyway in a language like this. We do have a big memory leak someplace, probably in the D3 code that we need to track down. Anyways, source or selection. Who's using source select? There's only 5 places that use it. There's the message, this is the call. And then source select. I'm probably overdoing this. I should just look for the data calls. called by, let's see, we have this autocomplete logic. Where is that? Suggestion. See, suggestion selected. Why is this pending node IDs? I'll look at that later. Source select. This is happening where? On click handler. I'm just opening over here. I can't see anything. Put this at the top here. I'll sort this later. Source select. What was the name of that? That was autocomplete JSX. Called by D3 simple net graph. Where is this? D3 select. D3 select click handler. Where is this? This is the group. This is drag and drop. On starts, this drag started, this drag ended, and then there's also a general click handler for an element in what? Element G is a node element. Are there two click handlers? Why is that? Huh. What is the other one then? Followed by D3 simple net graph. Oh, it's the group handler? Which group is this? This is node elements. That's an SVG element. Click handler. What was this other one then? SVG. Oh, okay. This is the empty space. Deselect. If I'd read the code, I would have known that. Let's see. Then we have edge table JSX. I need to get the other dev to install the linter, so I don't have to stare at this red. Let's see, edge cable. Where is this? On button click. On button click. This is for the edge list. Is that right? No, that's not right. Edge table edge ID selected for editing. And I call source select with node IDs, which are the edge of source. Source. Okay. Now we also have what? By select node. Who's calling this? This is handled in, what is this? Ahref, the source label, source edge, or source label, and source. Oh, this is that weird thing. Sometimes source is text, and sometimes it's an object for no reason. I'm not sure what's up with that. Yeah. Let's see. Select node. I forgot what I was doing. Select node, select node, select node. This happens. This is a list, I think. This is a button on edge list. What does it do? I want the edge table. One. I don't even know what this interface looks like. Let's see if we can find out. So if I go to, I'm not running it yet, am I? npm run dev. Ooh. It took a long time to compile. All right. So the new build's laying things out differently. So I think the edge list is, if you click on this, this must be the edge list. Is this the table? No. Where is this table? What is this? These are divs. I don't see anything that looks like a table in here. Maybe I had to be adding a new edge. No. Cancel. What the hell is that? Is that an unused thing? Ask. So if I just ask if this is still being used, I don't think this is actually being used. Or let's see if I can find it in the graph. That would be an autocomplete JSX. Do we see anything? The edge tip would be where? Where's the render function? Oh, this is weird. No, this is not. This is why I don't like the naming. It's a dumb name too. I need to fix this, refactor this now that it's no longer an autocomplete demo. It's actually the app at this point. That's on my to-do list though. So render node selector. There, okay, edge table is still in here. It's underneath node table. But what it makes it render? Edge table. What's wrong with this? No. Yeah, bad. Yeah. Render. I just sort of not wanting to read this thing, so. What does it do? Display a table of edges for review. What is this table of edges for review? guessing this must be the table. How come I'm not seeing table elements though? Is it because it's dynamic? Oops, I just expanded it too. How do I close it? Cancel, close, 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 close. Is this really a table? I would love to close. Doesn't look like it's a table. I mean, it's a table on the button. Did I imagine that there's actually a table here? No, there's a table component. Alright, it's not an actual table. Although, where's table loaded? Reextract. Oh, reextract table. I'm not gonna. This is a waste of time. I'm not gonna worry about it. It does something weird. It's a bootstrap component, so it's not a pure table. Or reextract, I should say. So what was I doing before I got distracted? I was looking at this list. Node table. There's a plugin that will highlight no, it's not. Note table. You turn off these. Yes. On button click. Node table. On button click. Node list. I'm not sure where that is either. Is there actually a node list? I guess the second call would mirror it on select node. Why are there two handlers for this? There's the click handler for the table. This time, this is... Oh, it's an expanded table. This must, I guess it must be dynamically generated. That's why I'm not seeing it in the source. Although I thought that the Chrome Inspector would show me the current DOM, which I thought it usually did. But this select node. So I was having the T node link, but on button click, who's using that? There's a button and there's a text link. Nice. Right. What was I doing? Click kind of assigns. Sets selection state. So this is the first. I feel that I'm wasting time though. Let me see if I can refocus on it. Well, so I can go back to the UData calls. Let me see if I can just make a list of all the UData calls instead of blueprinting this code. UData, anything that's calling UData. So source select, edge select, autocomplete select, source select, edge select, source select, source select. Why is that so? Oh, then there's all the ones in here. Okay. So edge editor, edge table, node table, we can ignore those because these are just source selection. Calls we really need to worry about are source updates, I think. Let me expand this and look. We can use regular expressions. We have reactors on search, source select, selection. I want the updates. These are source update. Oh. Find, make a list of all uses of source update. Because I think that's the only call. There might be D3 data. It's quite a lot of it. Edge edit, edge select. I thought it was an edge update. Source, search, edge update, and edge delete. Those are really the only three. I think I knew that. Edge update, edge delete. There's also creating a new data node, but that happens to happen in set app state. All right, so I guess the next search to do would be anything that's using, let's start with source update. And thankfully there's just a couple places. Handle message source update is the handler. And only node selector calls it. Source update. Source update. I think this is actually what's sagging. There. Source update is only called by node editor or node selector. Why is it only called by node selector? Why? Which is the submit button. what the source update itself actually look like. Here it is. Implementation. Create a node. So this is the, where's the edge ID? New node. Why is it, where is it getting this data from? There's that masking issue. So we need to actually look also at who's calling this, which is node selector. So let's see, node selector creates a dummy node. Yeah, this is not supposed to happen. That should be handled by data. Fix this. Move node selector, node creation into data store. Hello, back to what is it? Source update. So this, yeah, this is weird. Why are we getting? All right, because this assumes that there's a valid node coming in. Okay. Right. Okay. Rewrite. Is my compression off? No. So it's starting to fade a bit. Probably need some coffee. All right, let's see if we can finish this. Let's set node selector, node creation to the data store, and fix all the scattered data creation. Make update versus create much more explicit and concentrated in one place. All right, so what this is doing, gets everything that matches that. Updated nodes is equal to this for this property, and what is this new node? This passed in? Why is doing it this way? This is the source. And it returns a new array of things. I think I have code here that makes sure that new node is converted to an array. Maybe I shouldn't do that. It seemed convenient at the time. That is a data store update. And D3 nodes push. New node. Shouldn't need to update that. I guess that's a question. If you update the D3 data structure without pushing or without explicitly recopying the change, does D3 update any or automatically? I think it's supposed to. So here is overriding node. Is that actually a problem? Not at this point, but let's... Why not just say new node here explicitly? I wonder if I did that. Yeah, it's only expecting one. So it looks like only one data thing. This is an ongoing task here. That's my immediate to-do list. Now that we're done looking at that, let's look at Edge update, which has the same thing, I guess. This is called where on submit button. Where's edge being created? This also creates a new edge. Move edge editor, edge creation into data store. And submit. It's starting to feel. Okay, there's edge delete too. And this is also, where is this handled? On button, delete button click. All right. To do later. I need to move data. Move data. Move these data calls. But I need to take a break. Okay, now my chat's screwed up again. Why is that? Why is this not showing? Anyway, so I am going to, because core hours ended 10 minutes ago. And so like what I will do is take a break, see if I feel like working a little bit more on this now that I've kind of finally got moving on it. My proclivity is to do it, but I'll do something else for the next couple hours. Like I need to clean up the living room, for example. So I'll see what that looks like, see how that goes. But so that's been today's co-working session. Hope you're having a good day, and maybe I'll do a few more of these now that I'm trying to get back in the habit of doing the streaming stuff. All right, have a good one, and I will talk to you later.